Builder's wisdom to you.
As your blood flows, so shall your essence. Your life's energy shall feed the soil, and your soul's energy shall enrich the community. This is by your own choosing, supplicant? No one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours? I am the Archdruid of the Ethic Null. For centuries it has been my duty to guide our rituals and guard our knowledge. It is work that requires a certain resilience, but it is not without its benefits. It was a
We can't stay down here. Someone must go to the nest of... Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the...
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the winged terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor. A vision from the goddess herself?
You hear this, Wag?
Relax, Anuin. I'm sure he meant nothing by it. Why, she's the god...
Aye, and in the scream...
This is true.
Lava will be on. Lava.
Just say the word. Yeah?
Brave thou be lost.
That's not right.
Get to our enemies!
Riff Uligna!
You better run! Get to our enemies!
Riff Uligna!
You're mine! You're mine!
Brave thou Philan.
Lava. Beyond sea.
You're mine! Dead on!
Griff Uligna.
Right. What's the plan again?
Vermin invading my nest, threatening my hatchling. I will protect my last hatchling to the death! And that death will be yours, rodent. And of the sky and all winged creatures, even my kind know of her. I came to care for my remaining hatchling. My kind requires territory. Few places are safe for our young. This is a lesson that cost me the rest of my brood. So be it. Go then. This weapon's no good.
Lavaru beyond seek. Lavaru beyond. That's not very helpful.
I thought it was done.
Can't get a good shot with this.
Just say the word. Not a problem. We saw you go up the mountain.
She means to say that
Yes, of course, that too. Are you insane? There's no telling how many kit those...
if the Queen of Birds saw fit to conceive such a creature in her own skies, then who are we to destroy it? This is not the outcome I have prayed for, but perhaps it is Helios.
Since when do the
You better.
The
Lavaru, be on.
Death to our enemies! Hail, Estremor. Found something.
Greetings, Estremor. You are among the Ovates of the Golden Grove. High Ovate, an ancient elm among poles and saplings. Like the At least he chose someone who wouldn't wrap her intentions in trickery and...
I'm on it.
I wonder, Alof, don't you ever feel curious about Isilmir's history?
Not even...
Yeah?
What do you wish to know until we...
You journeyed to my temple and found the dragon. Yet instead of driving it off, you allowed it to stay. Yes, and each should create wonders of commensurate value. What does a dragon create? Their might inspires countless songs and tales, and the span of their wings fills canvases across Aora. And you are one whose soul... Yes, but not only to stop Theos, to undo the tragedy he has wrought. When you reach the burial isle, you will find souls there that I have granted reprieve for their sins. I give these to you, for only they can choose Restoration Watcher.
A toll travel. You met a dwarf traveling this road. What did you do? It is also destined that all should... You found a tree that had lived for centuries. Its roots were deep, and its boughs sheltered many. Why did you cut it down? All draw their life's energy from the deaths of others. This is why all must remain part of the... If you know this much, then another god has already spoken. No mortal can survive the descent into the pit. But there are souls on the burial...
You had fought?
I don't think the house has known a single day.
Stop right there!
Of course, a little chaos makes it far easier to get away with mischief.
Yes, I can imagine that comes in handy.
You're in the wrong city. Did you think you wouldn't be recognized here in your old home? I've seen your trials with my own eyes.
Suros, what are you doing?
An assassin sent by the Inquisition.
Surely this is some trick of my mind. I did not expect to see you again. I would like for you to...
My Lady Irvara, I beg of you. This is an Inquisitor!
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong...
My Lady, he had...
That should make him less of a threat, wouldn't you agree? We have many former missionaries here. They are our most loyal, our most helpful. Many have died for us. These are not people we should be...
Yeah? Just say the word. Just say the word.
All right, Connor?
Have you ever looked up and
Hail,
felt a
Estremor.
sudden surprise at where you are? I think it's just sunk in that I'm a year out from home.
Just say the word.
Only every day. You'll get used to it.
Hail, Estremor.
No sign that anyone's been here in ages.
I remember when I was a girl, and I remember when I heard that. That fort burned down a few years ago, when we cast the missionaries out. It was the missionaries who set fire to it. They didn't want us to be able to use it. Shame. I miscalculated many things since this began. I always knew this path would happen. I don't think I can stay here any longer. I am told the Inquisition is gathering an army. If war is coming, I should be doing what Theos is doing. I will need allies. Osionis.
Lavaru beyond. Lavaru beyond seek.
You're mine!
Let's go
Back to our enemies! Dead on!
Just say the word.
Braved up.
You're mine! You better run!
Lava will be on sea.
Another turn, Inquisitor. I ask again, Yovara...
I confess to
Do you confess to...
I confess.
Indeed.
He wears the robes of a grand
You have no followers here, heretic.
I'm ready.
The exiled queen. Let's hope that grim countenance bodes well.
After what seems like an eternity, your rapid descent comes to an abrupt end. You remain still for a moment while your heart settles and your eyes adjust, breathing in stale, forgotten air. Before you, a narrow and eroded walkway becomes faintly visible in the dim light, cutting a winding path through a cavern so expansive it seems a world unto itself. In the distance, you can make out the cold gleam of living Adra veins that spike and fork in and out of view from the murky depths beneath. Their glow a faint...
Well, that went better than I expected.
Think I dislocated my... Yeah. That's better.
Everyone all right? No shattered knees? Good. Just me, then.
That was bracing.
This place is cursed.
Brave not
You're mine! You're mine!
Lava!
You better... I'll say something else! You better run! You should have run! Dead on!
Lava will be on seek!
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Good shot.
Lava will be on seek!
You better run! That... Now death to our enemies!
Can do.
Hey, that's not nice.
It's done.
Just say the word.
I'll see what I can find.
So my love returns to me. You are so different now from who you were then, yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here? I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know after all this time, he would still stand against the tide. I will tell you what I remember. I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because that the gods aren't real.
I'd dreaded the idea from the moment the Delimgon suggested it. And yet, it almost feels like a relief. She's not serious.
But that's not... Is that the truth we've come for?
That doesn't seem possible.
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people. The Nguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them, and in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. They were conceived by Nguith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos's people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same, and you asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul. Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. What if all the tragedy...
That's not... That...
The power of the gods is undeniable. What if you had always been alone, without...
Well, as poorly as I've chosen my guides, I suppose...
The freedom has always been. If all our common threads are spun...
Don't look to me. Perhaps nothing binds us. Rauatai tears itself in two, clutching after truth.
What if our burdens come to us not because they are...
We fulfill them anyway, because they still matter to the people around us.
What if the cycle of birth and death... Is this not the essence of motherhood? To create, There is bliss to be found in the things we create, but sorrow as well. Every creation bears the imperfections of its creator, and its creator's creator. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it? If that is truly what you believe, then I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember? I never wanted that. I had hoped that what I taught would replace your beliefs with something that made you Of all that I loved you for, it was your righteousness most of. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who? I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Even knowing what you've told me, and what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made? I have always forgiven you. Though I didn't know your reason, I knew you. I knew we had had some. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish. But now I see I was mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, in a matter of speaking. This is Braeth Yamen, the Court of the Penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must be. This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition. But time weathers all things, even will. I'm the only tenant who remains. They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. But these souls, these forgiven the gods have bequeathed. Last time someone asked me that, I was bound to an iron wheel with a broken spine. There are many things I've come to doubt. The gods need to be removed. I could not say for sure. But his words mattered to you. He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroyed. That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, if Theos succeeds, there will be you will not find a more resolute being on all of Eora. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher. Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again. I am grateful you came and found me here. If ever we should meet again.
So, it's true. The gods are a sham that people have followed for thousands of years.
Hello? Is everyone still there?
We've been lied to. Our whole lives, and many lives before that. And it's led us to put our faith in a pantheon of gods that never deserved it in the first place. You're right. People will be better off finding... Slaughter seems to come whether there's a god involved or not. If it wasn't a god justifying it, it'd be... I've also been thinking. There won't be much left of Theos by the time you're done with him, if I know how you operate. That will leave the leaden key headless, then let's face Theos.
I'm on it. Not a problem.
Full of surprises, aren't you?
Just say the word.
Look at that. A city to put all
Can
others
do.
to shame. And long lost.
Edged with anger, violence.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. I missed most of it.
Brave thou shalt not hear me. Brave thou shalt not hear me.
You better run! This fight... Not a problem.
Hey! Hey! You gotta stop it with that. I just about punched you to snap you out of it. You're saying things, but there weren't any words. Well, it's nice to feel neat. You're twitching.
Shot this. You better run!
Love. Love.
Can do. Just say the word.
Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word? I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
This is a missionary. Osionis.
You are ready to give a confession?
I'm ready to hear one from you. Just say the word.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here? That woman sought only to... We are in a sanctum holy to Utica. There are others like it in service to the other gods. I come here often. It has many uses, but its purpose... They are monuments to Utica's greatest servants among my people. I hope to join them myself one day, but... The Inquisition... What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from one tragedy to the next. Our gods are all these things. We are in a sacred place within. You will return home and you will rest. When you feel you have recovered, you may rejoin us at the trials. The Inquisition is far from over. There are many who continue to spread. How did you find it? Another in a string of acts of petty defiance. For all her knowledge, she always preferred spite over reason. Then she should have obeyed. I ask one thing of all my followers. She was incapable. A waste of rare talent and intellect. What of your cohorts, then? They have followed you to their deaths. Is it loyalty? You worshipped...
Your spies are good. What gave me away?
Yet when your god needed you the most, you chose your country.
We were being invaded. Not by anyone who was acting like a god.
Then I should think your hometown gave you a hero's welcome.
They gave me one.
Neither faith nor loyalty in your case. You have devoted yourself to studying the...
Because I believe we can learn from the past, and use that knowledge to better ourselves.
And did you ever consider that these were things you were never meant to understand? You are living in the time of my people, Amawa. You owe them more than you will ever Greater civilizations than yours have attempted to reclaim what we buried. The greater their... State your name and purpose, young
My name belonged to the gods, and my hand to their service.
You serve none but yourself. Without contact with your order, you can have no higher purpose.
And I should have done it years before.
And that uncertainty would lead you where it leads everyone. To doubt. You are far from...
I knew my hunt would send me a long way from...
A journey, then?
It's important to Masuk.
You are here because you... I gather you have had your soul awakened. Why else would you shadow my footsteps like some stray mongrel? You think I have something to offer you, but our business was concluded long ago. I answered your questions once. That your soul is not fit to accept the answers is of little concern to me. I lied to no one. Not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real. They are everything we need them to be, and the world is better for it. I have no illusions about the costs involved. The heart of this country has skipped a beat. Nothing more. I have done far worse. I plunged the peaceful kingdom of Tolosis into civil war. I slew the monarch of Desantio, whose people... When plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis, I saw to it that the cure did not. They piled their dead outside the city in heaps that rose above their walls. It is to show the proper perspective. There was a time, Back when your soul was still a shapeless mist. When the world believed only in false gods. Thousands of them. Gods that told them to take slaves. Gods that told them... But all that changed when they learned of the true gods. Our gods. All those misshapen, bestial instincts melted beneath the radiance of our God's majesty. You could see it in their eyes. That dog... And replaced it with one far... Have you imagined this existence? The one the apostate would have created. We are not all so... But more than that, it would be a hollow existence. All mysteries forever unanswered. All purposes constructed from meaninglessness. No endings to bring closure. Only a wheel, turning without mercy. For all my years, I have seen all I have seen. The millennia of experience. I will not be dissuaded from this course. This is the only way. We are all controlled by our own doubt, with your soul and thousands of others. Hear me, Woodica. Roak 10!
Beyond seek!
Roak 10!
Forgive me, Woodica.
All those lifetimes spent to preserve a single vital secret.
After journeying for lifetimes, I can't imagine his failure. Knowing it was
tortured. Would that he could live those sufferings 1,000 times himself.
He was good at serving his god, I give him that. He spent his lives, more than any of us will ever know. For what? Binding the world to...
An end to doubt and certainty.
A quick end.
Theos, he had hold of your soul from a long time back, seems like. You get what you needed from him? Those can be hard to come by. I feel for people still looking for... You'll be feeling better soon, then. Good. Got a lot of people out there thinking they've been abandoned. If it was after what you... Astounding. I always knew the Leaden Key stood for something big, but even if you send the souls somewhere specific now, who knows what the next turn of the wheel will make of them? We can't really control what happens to them. Nor should we try. It's your decision, of course. And whatever...
We've come to the end of it, my friend.
Never thought I'd see something like this.
But his crimes, the wounds he has inflicted, is an opportunity to heal, to restore. Only through the healing of family, remember the legacy.
Just say the word.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale, pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away. Your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Theos used to enter Sun and Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. At your direction, the souls diverted by Theos were guided back to the vessels originally meant for them. For the first time, parents of hollow-born children woke to the cries of their infants, and looked into their eyes. But for all the relief that had come to some parents, others only found new grief. For many thousands of Hollowborn had died during Wide One's legacy, many by their parents' own hands. For those children, there would be no homecoming. Yet the last Hollow birth was in the past now, though you had killed Lord Radric in his throne room. So strong was his drive to rid his land of Eothasians that he returned to life as a death guard, a deathless crusader for his brutal cause. With the remains of his humanity stripped away, Radric came to see all the people of Gilded Vale as worshippers of Eothas, and one day, following the assassinations of Duke Avar Wolfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the Strode Order was soon re-established by the Knights of the Crucible, who, despite their depleted numbers, had gained favor in the public eye for their role in the unwrap for the Knights. Their resurgence marked a return to the tradition as well. Having seen firsthand the dangers presented by dabblers, and though the machine atop Ter Noaneth had been disabled, it had not seen its last use. Heritage Hill was rebuilt, and no sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine. The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night. The Duke's assassination at the apparent hands of an Animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay, and few Animancers survived the first day. Many Deerwoodans took the end of Widewind's. The fortress of Cad Nua emerged as a bastion of security in the midst of an untamed land, becoming the Audra dragon known as the Master Below, her soul now housed in the body of the huntress Fallen Roet, passed out of Deerwood in relative anonymity, her final destination unknown, even to herself. She was last seen in the port town of Adair chose not to return home. Still conflicted as to his role in the Saints' War and unsure of his place in the Deerwood, he took a ship to Adair and reunited with. When the dust settled in Sun and Shadow, Aloth looked upon the remains of Theos Ixarchanon, his former master. With a flick of his wrist, he burned Theos's robe, headdress, and every other symbol of the man's power. Never again, he vowed, should Kith, with the Watcher's goals accomplished and his own vows fulfilled, Kanarua sailed back to Dakoa. His friends and family found him much changed, for a pall had fallen upon the man. With Theos defeated and the souls released from Sun and Shadow, healthy children were born once again in the Deerwood. The grieving mother sought a place where she might do penance for the birthing bell. Durrance continued to blame Woodica for the atrocities of the Saints' War. Believing Mogren to have been a pawn in the machinations of the Queen that was, and feeling that Theos's expulsion had been a step towards reconciliation with his goddess, Durrance tried for a time to reopen communication. You and Sagani never found Persoc together. The Audra figurine had gone dark by the time they emerged. 20 years passed before the Audra figurine finally glowed again. When it did, she followed its signal to a quiet hamlet on the outskirts of Adir. There, she met a young farmer. She also learned that Kalu had perished of. For you, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead.